When did you realize your parents shouldn't have had kids? When my mom started charging me rent at age 14 because she found out about my babysitting money. I had been watching the neighbor's twins after school for $40 a week. Nothing crazy, just helping Mrs. Ahmed while she worked late shifts at the hospital. I was saving up for a used laptop since our family computer was ancient, and I needed it for school projects. One day, my mom was cleaning my room and found the envelope where I kept my babysitting cash. Instead of asking about it, she counted it. When I got home, she was sitting at the kitchen table with $180 spread out in front of her like evidence of a crime. She said since I was bringing income into this household, I needed to start contributing to expenses. From that day forward, she demanded $30 a week for rent, plus $10 for utilities, plus $5 for food costs. That was $45 a week out of my $40 babysitting income. When I pointed out the math didn't work, she said I could get a second job or find other ways to make money. I was 14. The other ways she suggested included selling my clothes, my books, even my birthday gifts from relatives. The worst part, my mom made $60,000 a year as a nurse manager. We weren't struggling. She just decided that if I had money, she deserved it. She called it teaching me about real-world expenses, but really she was just stealing from a child. When I couldn't make the full $45 payment one week, she locked my bedroom door and made me sleep on the couch. She said I could earn my room back by paying double rent the following week, plus a $20 late fee. I started hiding my babysitting money at Mrs. Ahmed's house, but my mom noticed I stopped bringing cash home. She confronted Mrs. Ahmed directly, demanding to know how much she was paying me and insisting she deserved a guardian fee for allowing me to work. Mrs. Ahmed was horrified and called my dad at work. That's when I found out my dad had no idea about any of this. My mom had been telling him I was volunteering to help with bills because I wanted to learn responsibility. The confrontation that night was explosive. My dad couldn't believe my mom was charging our 14-year-old rent while he was working overtime to pay for her shopping habits. She tried to defend it by saying I was spoiled and needed to learn life skills. But here's the kicker. I found out she'd been doing this to my older brother too when he lived at home. She charged him $200 a month starting at age 16, which is why he moved out the day he turned 18 and barely speaks to us anymore. My dad demanded she return every penny she'd taken from me, but she'd already spent it on a spa weekend with her friends. She claimed it was compensation for years of unpaid childcare, since apparently raising your own children qualifies as a job now. That's when I realized my mom didn't see me as her daughter. I was just another income source she could exploit. Every dollar I earned was a dollar she felt entitled to take, even if it meant making a teenager choose between sleeping in a bed or eating lunch. Mrs. Ahmed helped me open a bank account that my mom couldn't access and started paying me directly through Venmo. When my mom found out, she tried to ground me from babysitting entirely, claiming it was interfering with family dynamics. The final straw was when she demanded I use my babysitting money to buy my own school supplies and clothes because working teenagers should support themselves. She literally expected me to fund my own basic needs while she got weekly manicures. I moved in with Mrs. Ahmed temporarily when I was 16, and my mom actually tried to charge her boarding fees for taking in her own daughter. Mrs. Ahmed just laughed and said any parent who steals from their child doesn't deserve custody anyway. What made it even worse was my mom started telling relatives I was a rebellious teenager who refused to help the family financially. She painted herself as the victim of an ungrateful child, conveniently leaving out the part where she was charging me more money than I actually earned. At family gatherings, she'd complain about how kids these days expect everything handed to them, while I sat there knowing she'd literally stolen hundreds of dollars from my babysitting savings. My aunts would nod sympathetically, having no idea they were comforting a woman who financially abused her own daughter. Now I'm 22, and my mom still brings up how ungrateful I was for not appreciating her financial lessons. She genuinely believes charging a teenager rent was good parenting instead of what it actually was, theft with a fake educational excuse. Some parents teach their kids about money. Mine just wanted to steal it.